Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Thunder and Jesus, fellow babies, we're back for some pub chat, and I've got a whole bunch to rant and rave about and blabber about. How about you, Dunk?
Not much.
Oh, well, it's a one-sided show then. You got the ears for it.
It's been busy. Literally, work has been murder. Quite literally, I've been blood's been splattering all over the place. People are getting their necks cut and all kinds of nasty, gory stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm there to make it look good.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny because we got a reminder the other day because the trailer has come out for the thing that I'm not allowed to tell anyone I'm working on.
So you just go in the comments. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. Oh shit! And I've kind of got given it away now that the trailers come out. So
yeah.
Any recent trailers you watched? It might have been something I worked on.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you saw a trailer for that guy who's the dog whisperer being just brutally murdered in a horror movie, maybe you saw Dunk's work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll put them off the trail. They'll never guess, you know.
Yeah, they'll never guess. It's the new version of The Sound of Music.
Yeah. He's currently working on making Betty Davis look young again for her next movie. Yeah. So, first and last name in the chat there is like, well, what day did it come out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can find out.
Yeah. Well,
I can post a link.
Yeah.
I did not work on this link.
Yeah. This link has nothing to do with what I do.
I do find it kind of funny that I'm not even allowed to tell people what I'm working on. It is kind of funny because it's like, I mean, the thing is, I can't tell you the name of the thing, but it's like I don't fucking know. I've never watched the show, and it's not my bag. I don't know who. I couldn't give you a spoiler if I tried.
Yeah. I don't know her name, but the OnlyFans account seems really popular. It's just I wonder how many people have. I wonder how many people pretend to be live on like an OnlyFans, but aren't, and actually try to do like video editing and stuff. Is that even possible?
I don't know.
You know, like
I'd imagine so.
Right? I mean, what would stop you from just putting up a video and having people, you know, beat the meat to that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they do that.
You know? I mean, how many times can a poor cam girl work her backside in a day?
It's like it's like one of those play your own adventure books. It's got an AI that just like cuts to a different scene every time. Look for the jump cuts.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I notice I've been on Facebook a little bit. I don't normally do Facebook, or it's not my thing, but no offense to anybody who does it. I'm not, chatty that way. Because I'm trying to solve this I got to get moved thing. And I notice that Facebook doesn't really know what to do with me because they don't really know who I am. And so a lot of the advertising being thrown at me is just like dating services and stuff. I feel like I'm back in the early days of the internet where, advertising wasn't targeted because they hadn't figured out who you really are yet, It's kind of weird. I'll be looking at a home and they'll be like, oh, Japanese singles in your area. What? Why am I seeing that? How I'm looking at a place to live. Why aren't you selling me shampoo carpet companies and moving companies? Why are you trying to get me laid? I don't get it. It's weird.
They can tell your stress.
Yeah. This guy needs to get a load off. Yeah, so Lindsay in the chat there asking, so did the move still go or did it fall apart? I'm still here. They did try to change the deal. They tried to up the deal with 2 different fees and a rent increase, all on the evening of the 1st. And see so you can figure this out because these guys got a reputation, right? I didn't mind that reputation as being a bit shitty because I figured that would just keep them out of my fucking hair, right? And but they tried shafting me, figuring that it's the 1st. I can't just say no and go back to staying where I am. I'm committed. I have to go. And they thought they had me trapped. Little did they know that was not the case. I mean, I wouldn't let it be the case. I'd have told these guys, I don't give a fuck. I'm staying, right? So they put up a fight about it and they said, oh, you agreed to this. And I said, no, I didn't. I had a long conversation with your agent. And when I saw that you had these extra fees in the addendum to the lease, I stopped right there and I said, nope, can't sign this. I won't do this because it puts you over the maximum I want to pay. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I showed her in the addendum and she goes, oh, that's not for this townhouse complex. That's for the bigger one, the other side of town we have. That shouldn't be there. And her and I crossed it out and initialed it, to make it all legit and stuff. And they tried fucking pulling it on me after the 1st, thinking I was trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I said, no, I'm not doing it. They argued back and forth saying blah, blah, and whatnot. And I said, look, guys, you got a reputation in town. I knew this going in. I used my cell phone and I recorded every conversation I had with you and with your agent. And I made it very clear I would not partake in these hidden fees and stuff. And the advertised price, the rent, was what I was willing to do. And that's it. And so they barked a little bit more back and forth. And I said, guys, there's 3 things that can be done here. You can honor the agreement. You can refund me in full, no ifs, ands, or buts about $1, or 3, I file at the rentals board and at small claims court. And as soon as I said that, the guy said, fine, we'll refund your money. Just come over Monday morning, 10 o'clock, and boom. And so I showed up on 10 o'clock and they gave me every goddamn dollar back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Little did they know, had they not, and I showed up there Monday morning, I'm the kind of guy to go over the desk and get my money. So it's very, very, very good that they did the right thing, because I wasn't leaving without every red cent. So that was Monday morning. So I took Monday and I just chilled because it was just complete overload. Barely slept all weekend, trying to, keep my son happy and not stress out around him. I don't want this to be affecting him. And I dropped him off at his adult program that he's in now. So he's gone from 9 till 1 every day, and 3 days a week. And then I went over and saw them, got the money back, came home, started looking around and making a few calls and stuff. Yesterday, I went and saw a couple places. One of them was really nice. I'm waiting for a call right now so I can go and see a place tomorrow morning quick as well that's also proper and nice. And I should have it figured out by tomorrow night, maybe the next day, hopefully.
Oh, it's easy then. Don't know what you're worried about.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
I think about a big fat whinger.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And the two places that I have lined up to, the one place that I saw and everything was a couple $100 cheaper. And then another one is again, actually cheaper. Not quite what I wanted. It's an apartment, not like a townhouse or whatever, but it's the top corner unit. Beautiful, nice 3-bedroom. And it's just a small little apartment building where there's only 4 units, a floor and 4 floors.
It's a tree house. It's a tree house.
Yeah. And there's this cool backyard area where there's some communal barbecues and people hang out. My son would love that. And that would save me like $500 a month over this other one. So yeah, I think this is all working out for the best. Yeah. So there's my story of Lord Thunder and Jesus. It just, every time I think I'm up, they pull me back down, That's hey, backwards, but yeah.
I got a story for you. Talking about barbecues.
Okay.
I prevented a major heist at our local Lidl supermarket store. As you walk in to the place, there's like these gates that swing open to let people in, and then they obviously shut, so you can't get out.
Right.
You have to go through the tills somehow.
So it's the Hotel California, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're not leaving unless you buy something. Anyway, so I went in and I walked straight into a guy who had this great huge box of a gas barbecue and a baguette sitting on top of the he's going to barbecue a baguette. Delicious. Anyway, so he was like walked past me and he was heading straight for the entrance. and he did this like immediate 180 degrees turn back again.
Yeah.
And then he like dumped the barbecue down on us like a display stand near the door, and put his baguette down. He picked the baguette up back again, and he started walking up towards the tills. He puts his hand in his pocket looking for some money. This baguette is now looking a bit wilted and walking around with it. It's like, it's bent in the middle and all floppy. And so he has a look. Then he turns around.
Yeah.
Comes back, puts the baguette on top of the box of the barbecue, heads to the door again. Again, does a 180 degree turn, puts the barbecue down. And meanwhile, I'm just like standing around the aisles, just watching him. It's like, yeah, I know you're up to no fucking good. I can just tell, you're a shifty looking bloke. And so where was I? So yeah, so he takes his baguette and he makes out the front entrance. He walks out because people are coming in. The gates swing open. He walks out. So I go down to the tills as a bloke, I'm probably on first name terms with him.
Yeah.
Every day. And I say, hey, look, there's a bloke over there. There's a bloke over there. He's just trying to walk out with one of you. A big fucking barbecue.
Yeah, he's trying to steal a barbecue, but he's really nervous about it.
really, really shifty. And the funny thing is, as I was talking to the guy, he came back in again with his baguette, and he goes over to the barbecue, and he goes to pick it up, and the guy just like runs down there, and he starts to stop people coming in, because if people stop coming in, then the gates are shut and they've got him trapped. Right. And but you know, so someone will open the gates, and he got out. Meanwhile, he left the gate behind.
The only thing he fucking paid for.
No, he hadn't paid for it. He hadn't paid for that either. And yeah, so the guy got, and of course, you know, there's all these people swarming around, going, oh yeah, a big bloke in black, bald head, very shifty looking. Yeah, watch out for him. Meanwhile, I do my shopping, and I buy all my stuff, and I'm walking out the store, you know, just with a little bag of shopping. And yeah, I was talking to the guy. I said, if you're going to steal somewhere, why don't you steal it from like Waitrose, a nice posh place, not fucking Lidl? just get a decent one, not a little one. Yeah, probably break you if you take it back anyway. So anyway, I'm walking out the store with my bag of shopping, and I walk past the you know, the detectors by the door. They went, so I'm walking back to the till now, and the guys go, no, it's okay, go. So no, it's not. I've got a bottle of whiskey with the security cap still on it, and I've got to take it off. Damn it, I was trying to get out of here with my barbecue.
I was recently at the thrift store, Duncan. There was a guy that was caught stealing. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, of all places, you steal at the thrift store where it's $5 anyway? Why don't you go steal from a real store and sell it and then come here and buy stuff, you moron?
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to jail? What are you in for? Oh, I stole some socks from a thrift store.
So the funny thing is, the more expensive a store is, the more lax security seems to be.
Yeah.
You know, I mentioned Waitrose, and that's kind of like a pretty high end, supermarket over here. And you can, unless there is actually a security guy at the door, no one will stop you. In fact, my son was telling me when he was working at Sainsbury's,
they tell you not to bother.
Yeah, they just let them go.
Yeah. Don't involve don't risk it. No, just let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the stuff is so overpriced that theft is already built in. They don't care.
Yeah. It's better than you getting injured and having to them having to look after you or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny. They should put that on the posters though. They should put that on an ad. Yeah. We won't bother you.
Yeah. Don't worry, none of us can run. I remember a bunch of years ago at our local London Drugs. It's a thing in British Columbia, out west in Canada here. There was somebody who went running out the door with something in their hands, and a couple of staff members chased them down, and this one guy tackled them and the whole bit, and there was this scuffle going on. And just as I went over to jump in and help them, this other guy bounced out of his car and just went full Bruce Lee on the situation, man. I think he put everybody down and then got in his car and drove away. It was a really weird moment. I felt like I was watching like Jackie Chan audition for a part, right? It was very strange, but the end result was the cops showed up, security guards, guys had them and whatnot. And
the tuna, we're back to the store.
I think the end result is being a thief is never going to be something that gets you like true riches or anything. And to be honest, you're better off to just go and flip burgers or serve coffee, I mean, we've always got things in the news. Oh, local thief been busted 20 times. You see their pictures and blah, blah. And you'll see at the stores, nope, you'll hear, yeah, you've been banned. You're barred from here. Like, why go through all that? Just to steal something worth $200 that you'll get $50 for,
Yeah.
Don't understand that. There's got to be a better way to shyster money. If you're just too drugged out to get a job.
You become president of the United States.
There you go. That's grifting. That's theft, right? Yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Doesn't even know what a gas barbecue is.
Yeah. Yeah. Odd stuff indeed. It's just so much work. I'm
watching the local election results coming in.
Oh
no,
it's not going right, is it? Like right?
They're just starting the count. Reform.
Is this like local, regional, national? What's going on?
Yeah, it's local elections.
Okay,
but for a lot of areas, a lot of council districts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Labour got one. The Reform got two.
Oh, yeah, but hold on. Speak in universal terms: left, right, middle.
Well, Labour are your lefties.
Okay.
Although not so lefty these days. Conservative are your right wing, and Reform are your extreme right of the Nazi right wing.
Oh, okay. I was expecting your Reform to be kind of like our NDP, where they really can't decide what they stand for.
All they stand for is making people frightful,
hate.
Hate. Stop the boats.
Right.
No immigrants. No illegal immigrants. They're all bad.
And who's the piece of shit leader of Reform?
Nigel Farage.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Non-fungible himself. Yeah, I mean they're steeped in kind of disgrace already, and they haven't even done anything. There's all kinds of news about shitty deals that they've been doing, and well, what's the word? Not conspiracy, but controversy already. They still haven't done it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Not hopeful. I mean, it doesn't really mean a lot because it's just for like local councillors, but it's one of those like indicators that will, when the general election comes, gives you an indication of where people might be.
Yeah, kind of like everybody in America with the midterms coming and whatnot, hoping and praying for the blue.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're an unholy piece of crap with a rusty pickup truck and a gun rack,
Yeah.
Then you probably still think America's fine, Yeah, if you
people who are voting Reform are the kind of people who are the flag shaggers. Although PJ seen that in the chat, it reminds me that there's an even worse party than Reform. That's called Restore Britain, which is like super far right.
Restore Britain. So they must be looking to get back in the EU then.
Yeah, right.
It would.
They want to restore Britain to the point when the Romans left.
They want to restore white Britain.
Yeah, white Britain or white. Yeah, none of these red bearded Scotsmen or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it comes to the level of whiteness, don't the Ginger Scots and whatnot have the ultimate, because they're almost transparent, right? You can almost see the haggis in them,
Yeah.
But you got to say, when it comes to the Scots, anybody who can take an instrument that sounds like the fucking bagpipes and make them cool is got to have some respect given to them.
Name
That's
one.
impressive.
Who made them cool? Well, you're talking about that guy.
Are you
who
kidding?
rides around on a unicycle. Dressed
Are
as
you
Darth
kidding? The bagpipes were used in a kick-ass AC/DC song. As such, Scotland gets total props for the bagpipes. I can't stand hearing them, but the fact that it worked in rock and roll makes it all right with me. You know?
And also used in Mullen Kintyre.
Yeah.
By Wings, and I think they took the cool value down a little bit on that one.
I didn't know there was bagpipe. The only time I've ever heard Mullen Kintyre is it's sung by acoustic guitar around campfire. I've never heard the actual song.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
It's
it's probably worse than the one I know. So
if you bring a bagpipe to a campfire, it's going to be on the fire.
oh God, before the couch will be, you know.
I'm Scottish, so, you know, I get a tingle when I hear bagpipes. You know, ooh, I get a little tingle. They're great, but in the right place.
I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, and a Scottish uncle of mine was like, "Hey, I'll give you $20 if you can blow up what's in the other room." But $20 in 1975 is actually $20, right?
Yeah.
You know, and
He's dirty uncles who wanted a blowjob.
yeah. Oh, God, that probably would have been easier because he brought out bagpipes, and I couldn't get that done. He gave me the $20 though, you know. Yeah, but holy, you know. But that same uncle guy, when I was like 12 years old, we brought some of the family to tears playing together with the acoustic guitar and stuff. He was so good on the bagpipes that I could just say, I don't know, I'm going to play like a country music blues riff in G, and he would just fucking jam with me. Or every now and then he would say, no, pick a different key. So I think that had something to do with the bagpipes, right? I don't know, you know. I guess they'd only have so many notes or something. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, and they always start with what that like kind of like E flat.
Yeah, you know, like yeah. Why do you have to kill that fucking goose right now? Right? But yeah, you know. Graham in the chat there says, love Scotland. Yeah, but do it properly, not like, what's his name? James Bond there, you know?
Sure, Mr. Connery.
Yeah, Mr. Connery. Love Scotland, love Scotland. That's why I live in Miami, you know?
Yeah, same with Billy Connolly as well.
So in Scotland, what's the deal? Did y'all like cut down all the trees and nobody thought to plant any more, or like what's going on there?
What's that? What are you talking about? There's loads of trees up there.
Every time I watch a car program and they're driving through Scotland, all you see is these like peat moss fields or whatever it is. You know, it's
Heather.
What?
There'll be Heather.
Heather? Who's she?
Yeah, she's the dirty bitch that's lying around on all the mountains.
Yeah, wait, she's the one that should get cleaning because it's, you know. But
in the highlands, you don't have, you know, you have a lot of mountains with, you know, heather all over it and stuff like that. There's probably not many trees there, but yeah.
What would I call heather? Because obviously there's a disconnect here.
You would call heather.
No, I wouldn't. You know, we don't have fields of heather. You know, that would be illegal. You shouldn't treat her that way. I think it's moss or peat moss or something.
It's heather. I mean, come on, somebody else help me in the chat here. Somebody with an international kind of
whatever it is. It definitely doesn't grow trees very well. Is that agreed?
No, yeah, heather is not a tree. It's
a lot shorter.
It's a shrubbery.
What?
It's a shrubbery.
Oh,
now you don't understand shrubberies.
Well, I know that. Yeah, I know. I like them in a tiered effect. You know, one that looks nice. But actually, I'd never heard of a shrubbery until Monty Python either. I've heard of shrubs. but not a shrubbery.
Dear God.
You know.
I think we should end this debate on heather.
It's not a debate. I still don't know what it is. It was a question.
What the fuck it is? It's heather. It's nothing else. It's what it is. It's just what it is. It's like a palm tree. It's a palm tree. You don't call it like Egyptian drooping willow.
Yeah, but no. You guys have this weird way of clinging onto words from the past and using them as if everybody knows what you're talking about, you know? Oh, I weigh about 23 stone. What? You know? And so I'm figuring there's something that heather is that I would call something else.
I would imagine in your country, it is also called heather.
Yeah, but we don't have like countries full of it. I don't think so. Hey, hear that? You know what that means?
It means you're wrong.
Yeah, no, it means we had a viewer submission. And I can show you. It's Commander Prankster there, and it says Heather. And here, there's a link. I can bring it up. So is it the one on the bottom, Prankster?
Yeah. It doesn't normally look that lush and green, though.
I was expecting it to look more like peat moss and stuff.
It normally looks quite wiry and yeah, that's someone's garden heather. That's not out on out on islands.
Oh, okay.
But that's
Okay, can I just say, obviously I'm not a gardener.
No. There's only one. Yeah, there's only one botanical plant you know about. That's grass.
Yeah. You know, I know a marijuana, and I know the grass, and I know what a tree is. But yeah,
you don't want to smoke heather. That's for sure.
No, not even if she trims it first.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I was watching the chat, and nobody gave a word that heather could be, you know, and so I guess it's just me.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yeah. I still don't think that we're talking about the same thing, though.
No, you need to go to your local garden centre. I mean, I'm assuming you have those in Canada.
They
go
must.
To your local garden centre and say, could you tell me what heather is?
Yeah.
And they go, she's working on the till in there.
Yeah. And can I have her number, you know?
Can I lay her out on my lawn? Slap.
Okay. So here, I got a thing here. Where did this come? Prankster sent this in. Where is it? Oh, fuck. Now I got it all fucked up. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Heather World, Heather Society, Heather Cultivars, Heather Information. So does that say Gaia? We're not talking about flat earthers and stuff that made a TV channel, are we?
No. I hope not.
Yeah, okay. That's weird.
Don't know what the connection is.
Yeah, well, Gaia, there's those a bunch of those Graham Hancock idiots and stuff have some little network called Gaia, and they spread their fucking disinformation through it.
Yeah, no, these are varieties of heather.
Okay.
And Gaia, it says there, it's named.
So Galaxy. Just remember that you're standing. Is that what I'm supposed to do? White buds. Hey, that means they're all crystally. It's good smoking. Okay. And then there's, I'm not saying that for fear that people will think I'll give an Elon salute.
Yeah, go by Heidensweg.
And then there's Gerda. I guess that's where Professor Gerda gets his name, right? He's a heather. And then there's Gina, right? Yeah. She knows how to party down at the Mexican pub at 2 a.m.
Seems to be popular in Germany.
Ginkle's.
Glory.
That sounds like the hole you find in the bathroom at the dogging site.
Less said about Ginkle's glory, the better.
Insert 2 bits and boom. That is funny. Okay, then there's Glasnost. That almost sounds like an oblast in Ukraine or something, right? You know?
Glasnost, that's a peace deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Glen Mashy. That sounds like somebody who makes their own variety of mashed potatoes, right?
No, that's a jazz musician.
Oh, okay. But he likes mashed potatoes.
Yeah, he plays bass.
Oh, yeah. So he's homeless. Okay. Glencoe. Yeah, they incorporated in there too. You know, it's all about profit now. Glendoic Silver.
Yeah,
Sounds like they're talking about me in German. Ah, there we go. Now we have a winner.
It's named after a single malt whiskey. You think?
I love it. Oh, look, there's another.
Glenlivet.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can tell what the Scottish are preoccupied with.
Yeah, so now, Heather, I love the fact that Heather is all over the beauteous Scottish countryside. Glenfiddich everywhere, Glenlivet everywhere. Oh, yeah, let's get drunk and, you know.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
Bells.
Yeah, look, and they even have like full representation, you know, right? That's like Culture Club.
Yeah.
Boy George. Yeah, Gloucester boy. No,
You
Pink.
didn't want to pronounce that, did you? You scroll it. You wanted to say Gloucester, didn't you? What's this Gloucester boy?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to not say, because that's the way your average Canadian would, but I do know better. That's, you know, right?
You do better not to try.
Yeah. Gnome Pink. That sounds like that Elton John Gnome video. I got together with Pink the singer to do a soundtrack. Oh, and then there's Gnome.
Just straight north forward Gnome.
Yeah. Does this ever stop? I mean,
No, you're only on G.
Yeah. Here, let's just, you know.
Let's just admit there's a lot of header.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was quite so.
I don't mean to be insulting, but Heather gets around, man.
No, don't blame the heather. It's the bees.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to test the sound effects. Let's see if it works. Yeah. We got our own mod in the chat there, Jose, coming in with a super chat. It was a couple minutes ago. We're trying to keep up. He says, I'm still in the hospital after being hit by a car. No shit, fellow babies. That's what happened. And the guy already goes in for transfusions and stuff. It's unbelievably not fair, you know? And it was the day he was being discharged. So he's spending money to tell everybody that. So everybody, hearts for Jose in the chat right there. Absolutely. Dear God.
And thoughts and prayers for the car.
Yeah, that's true. Right?
It gets fucked up from us. Just thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, no, he got hit physically. He got hit by a car. His person.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying we give thoughts and prayers to the cars because that's tantamount to fuck all. It means nothing.
Okay. And if it was a Rover, there's probably nothing left of it, right? So, you know.
He's a big bugger.
But yeah, I mean, Lord, thunder and Jesus, what a bad go of it. He goes into the hospital to get the whole transfusion thing done, and on the way home, somebody smokes him, and there's like fractures, and you know, it's like proper bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, holy fuck.
That, new transmission fluid that he's got, which all leaked out everywhere.
Oh my God, dude. Okay, I got a story about transmissions because I almost shit my pants and then discovered it was only going to cost me like $100. Yeah. So big hearts in the chat for Jose because he's totally fucking deserving of it.
Yeah.
So my little car the other day, I was driving along and I felt what kind of felt like an automatic transmission slip for just a moment. And then it held first gear a little like as if I was one of those drivers who wants to show everybody that I have a manual and I'm gearing down to come to the lights like an idiot, right? You know, and I was like, oh, for the love of God, this could be a $5,000. What the hell's going on? Right? You know, it's a Mercedes. It's an SLK. You know, it just means, oh my God, right? So I started looking it up on the internet because the last thing you want to do is panic and go and start spending money when it turns out that all you had to do was clean a sensor or something, right? You know, so I started looking it up and sure enough, Google Gemini was just like, oh yeah, rip out your transmission. I'm like, get bent, bitch. You are so fucking stupid. It's not funny, right? And my searches instantly led me to the forum that I go to for my car. Being a specialty little car, you might as well go to one of those forums, right? And it turns out that this is a totally common problem because there's this stupid little sensor that has a leak-prone oil O-ring, and the oil wicks up the little wires into this little computer module called the transmission control module, and it will start making your car act as if you've got a bad transmission when you do not. So I peeled the carpet back in the passenger side. I grabbed the little transmission control unit, unplugged it, opened it up, and yep, there's oil in it. So thank God it's like a $125 repair. That's it. Because I almost shit my pants. I was not happy. But $125, yeah, no problem. That's fine.
So was that just like replace the sensor and clean out the? Clean out the pipe that's wicking up.
Funny enough, for the $125, I get the module, the cable, and the sensor all in, man. And that's $125 Canadian for a factory Mercedes part. I was shocked. I bought it on the spot. I couldn't click fast enough. You know what I mean?
Is that a thing? Is that a thing that would just like continue to happen? Yeah.
Well, you buy the part, but then you get the upgraded O-ring that this person found that's the right size, and they're like $3, and then you put that one in, and you're guaranteed like years and years. But remember, my car is 26 years old. I don't think the factory one was problematic. It's just old, you know?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this shit is going to happen. This is what it's going to cost me to keep this car on the road and, get it back to really, really good. But I could do to this car, or I can spend $650 a month on some payment plan and have some godforsaken new car that I loathe. So I'll do it my way, right? You know.
I got a new scratch on the car today.
Oh, no. What happened?
I was reversing out of the supermarket car park, and then someone else decided to reverse out at the same time. And I couldn't see them because they're like a little low down little car.
Yeah.
But she didn't see the great big red car behind her. And scratched the, but I think it will polish out. So it'll be all right, but tiny little dent in it, but
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Let it lie.
I just quick shout out here, Graham in the chat. He says my E39 manual is 26 years old. Oh yeah, baby. That is a set of wheels. Awesome. You know, that's the last of the BMWs that you want to own. God forbid you buy a new one. Because I mean, you know, I say this kind of shit a lot, and people get the idea that I don't like the cars, but I've had some 90s BMWs, and, you know, and oh, that's so nice. And I've had some Audis that were really nice and stuff too and whatnot. And, you know, I got a Mercedes right now, but I wouldn't own a BMW, an Audi, a Mercedes, or a few a few of these other new brands, just because they're not engineered to last 25 years anymore. They're engineered to be really impressive while under warranty. And I'm not committing myself to $700 whatever dollars, $650 a month in payments for the rest of my life, only for the car company to sell my data and sell me out behind my back and make money off me. Fuck that. No way. Not a fucking chance in hell.
Yeah, not even going to put wheels on a Samsung washing machine.
Nope. Because you know what I would have done? Had my transmission actually been buggered, and I know it's not, right? But had it actually been, I would have just accelerated my plans to get the Jeep Cherokee XJ that we want to get, like a 98 Sport or something, a square body one, an older one, right? I would have put that up. I would have taken the tranny out. I would have got myself a rebuild and send that one back as a core, and I would have done it.
Yeah.
You know, totally worth it to me. I know some people would think that's insanity, but to me, it's a no-brainer. It's insane not to. you know? And what are you going to do? Are you going to do that thing where you're constantly selling a car, buying another one, only to find that it has problems because it's 25 years old, because that's how it goes? It's the devil you know. Just fucking fix it. You know?
There's another side to this that you're probably not taking into account. Because, you know, I've told you the story before, right? I've rebuilt, you know, one good car out of two cars.
Yeah.
And moving transmissions around and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I was about 25 years ago. If I had to do that today, my broken old body, it would be an absolute nightmare. And it'd probably be the same with you, you know.
Maybe worse.
All kind of stuff. You know, it'd be really painful and hard work to do that kind of, even though you've done, it wouldn't have been a problem for you in the past. You know, you no moment's notice, but you know.
Yeah. But here's the thing: with the knowledge I have about cars and all that, and the amount of people in town that come to me for help and stuff to keep things cheap and whatnot, I have no lack of helpers. Right? You know, the only problem would be is doing a tranny swap. God, you really want to lift in a tranny jack, not fucking around on your driveway, right?
Yeah. Well, or at least a pit.
Yeah. But one friend of mine, Curtis, he's the manager over at the Minute Muffler in town that also does other work and whatnot.
Hang on. The what? The Minute Muffler?
Yeah, it's an old name, but they're just a shop now. They do everything, right?
It sounds like it makes him sound like a pimp.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like the Midas Touch. We used to have Midas Muffler in town. It's another reason why I always tease Ben Measles, right? You know. But he would easily have me over for a little after hours, couple hours, boom, or whatever, right? You know, no problem. And I just have to buy
you get to play with his muffler.
Well, his wife can play with mine.
You fluff his muffler.
You know, yeah. But you know, it's a smaller town, so I have those opportunities, right? You know, but even better is you don't have to fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And I knew there was no way that just all of a sudden my transmission was acting funny. Like there would have been a slow build up. I was like, this isn't right. That's not how it works, you know.
I've never utilized any of these things, but there's some like cool shops where you basically hire the space and they have the tools and they have like, you know, an expert there. So you do all the work.
Yeah.
But they have a guy there who knows. So it's like a home repair shop, and you just like, you know, go up on a lift, and you know you do all the work yourself. But you can hire them. I don't know. Do that exist in your town? I mean, I've never even looked around.
Not in our town. But hold on, sorry. But
Yeah, I do
as I
wonder,
understand it, there's a place in the town north of me, 1 hour north, that will do that. And you can even book your lift for like 1 week because you know you're going to do a big job, but you know you got to get there every day after work, blah blah and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But then again, my car's tiny, and I know a transmission's a transmission, but it is an automatic. I didn't buy this one to be a sports car; it's a cruiser, and you don't have to get that car that high off the ground to get the transmission out because it's tiny. It can't be that big. You know what I mean?
You could just hire a forklift and lift it up.
Yeah. It's an auction car. Just lift it up, you know? Yeah. Every time I see that on those videos where somebody buys an auction car and the guy comes in with the big forks and just puts them under the car and lifts it, I just go, no, don't do it, you know?
Bending in the middle.
Oh my God. Like the Venturi tunnels on sports cars underneath just being destroyed. And oh my God, it just makes me sick to see. You know, just put some fucking wheel dollies under it like we used to when we were tow truck drivers back in the day. Come on, you know? It makes me ill. Oh, God, if I saw somebody do that to my car I just bought, I'd be like, no. Give me the money back right now.
The other thing I see is people like building their own like car ramps to get the car up really high. And they build them out of timber and stuff. It's like,
yeah.
I like to dice with death.
Very much.
Just looks so fucking scary when they do that.
Yeah. I saw a YouTube channel. It was this week. And they had something on the lift. And then somebody noticed it didn't look 100%. And the part where the lift was on the frame of the car was all rusted, and then they noticed the car was like kind of too wobbly, and I'm watching thinking to myself, dear God, somebody's gonna get hurt, man, you know.
The frame they're lifting up on is rusted out.
Yeah, you know,
as they're lifting it.
Yeah, this piece of corrosion is holding 2 tons. That's amazing, you know.
The other thing is interesting as well. You see lots of videos of car lifts that just fail. You know, they just decide to just give up at one point, and the car just like tips off, falls off, and goes off the front, off the sides, and just all over the place. Yeah,
and you know, if the way an old school car lift worked with the kerclunk every time it goes up. I don't understand how you get failing lifts unless they were some cheap knockoff company or something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get it because, you know, back in the day, every garage in town had a lift that was easily strong enough to lift a fucking 72 Cadillac. I never heard of one of them breaking, you know? Those old lifts with that big fucking pipe in the middle, you remember, you know? You know, speaking of all this garage stuff and whatnot, that car wizard guy keeps saying he's about to retire and move to New Mexico, but he still keeps saying the shop is going to be open and keep going, and the YouTube channel is going to keep going, and the viewers don't understand it. And his views are going down because he's not explaining it, and people think it's just going to end. He really is not paying attention, man. He's got to start telling people what's up.
Yeah, I've seen his. I'm like you. I've seen a lot of his videos, and I'm not entirely sure he's all there anyway. He seems to be away with the fairies most of the time.
I do notice he's catching on. In the last little while, he's gone back to actually showing some work instead of just going, brakes are 40% and blah. That stupid fucking inspection he thought was his bread and butter. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, let's look around. Let's look around you. Then I'll describe to you what I did to it.
Yeah. You know.
Meanwhile, I'll put the missus inside.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all about the interiors.
Yeah, exactly. Of a 2008 Toyota minivan. I don't fucking care. Jesus Christ. I want to see you rip apart the timing system or whatever, to fucking, oh, look at the cup holder. It's kind of dirty. What? Yeah,
you certainly don't learn anything from him. I think some of his
you did in the beginning. Yeah, you did in the beginning.
His early videos when he was like doing electrical work, because he was using tools that you've not seen before, and I think he was like the inventor of some of it. It was available from his shop, and that kind of stuff. But don't see much of that anymore.
Well, he barely wrenches anymore, right? Like you can even see in his last few videos when he starts actually doing a bit of work again. He doesn't have that I do this for a living feel of the motion and everything anymore, right? He's the owner now,
Yeah. What like Linus? Has he got a jet?
Yeah. Oh my God, that flex did not sell well for him.
No, he's been quiet about that.
Yeah. He thought the whole we're gonna make a gamer's jet. I only bought it cheap and blah blah, and he just got run over the coals. If you don't know what we're talking about, Linus Tech Tips on YouTube. He bought a used jet and he thought it was just gonna be the greatest piece of content. And his comment section was just, "You rich git,"
Yeah, he was coming across as like, well, I paid practically next to nothing for it. What did he call it? Like women's shopping tactics. Yeah, because you've got it you got the dress on a sale, so it was worth. More than it, and you still bought the fucking thing. You still paid for it just because you're kind of like saving money in other areas in the long term.
Yeah,
you still bought a fucking jet.
And here's the thing,
with gold.
Yeah. It's a bit United Arab Emirates, right?
It's a bit Trumpy.
Yeah, it's a bit Trumpy. It is, but here's the thing, that Cletus
it's not Epstein's old jet.
What? I didn't catch it.
It was Epstein's old jet.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Recently, that Cletus McFarlane guy, and he has nowhere near the subs of Linus Tech Tips. He's got a big staff that do merch and everything, just like Linus. He's got a massive car garage where they build their race cars and stuff. He bought a racetrack. He bought a fucking airport. He's got 2 helicopters and an airplane, and nobody calls him out as a rich flex git because he didn't try to justify it going, but I didn't pay that much and all that bullshit. He just went, look what I got because you all love our channel, right? And like Linus got roasted because of the way he delivered it, not the fact that he bought it, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened, man. He just fucked up the delivery, the message, He tried to be like meek about it, like I'm not really that rich. Linus, 4 years ago, you got offered more than $100 million for your channel. Shut up. Everybody knows you're wealthy. Just stop,
We're not jealous.
I will say, though, Linus has had a few real hits to the chest. And there was an HR thing where a few former employees called them out for some poor behavior in the workplace. They had to go and hire a CEO for the business and do this whole I'm sorry thing. And then there was the big thing with Gamers Nexus calling them out for shitty, shoddy review things where they don't correct mistakes and stuff like that. And then you got people freaking on them over the jet flex and whatnot. But to be honest, I think that Linus's whole arc on YouTube is now on the downside, and I bet in 5 years him and his wife look back and go, we should have sold this fucking thing.
I don't know, not yet.
Yeah, but now that venture capital has had their time buying YouTube channels like Donut Media for cars and all this, and watch them fail because every one of the venture capital people ruined the channels, right? I don't think there's 100 million on the table anymore for it. I bet he's lucky to get 30. You know, advertising revenue's down, views are down, sponsorship money's down. He's putting more time into the sponsored clips now than he used to. He's doing way more shilling for his LTT merch store and stuff. You can see they are feeling the pinch. Oh, yeah, first and last. I'm a big fan, too. I'm not calling them out and calling them assholes or anything, but you can see this playing out. Also, if you search Linus Tech Tips on YouTube, you find quite a few channels trying to use the situation to gain views. So they're like, oh, what's wrong with LTT? And that just makes it worse, right? You know,
there's bound to be loads of people.
Oh, yeah.
He did an interesting video the other day when he bought a non-smart TV.
I love that video. I was like, oh, my God, finally, yes. And then it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it was shit. But interesting concept because obviously I haven't bought a TV in, fuck knows, I don't know how long, but probably like 20 years. Yeah, I'm still rocking a Panasonic 3D TV that I bought for working on Horrid Henry. Which was a long time ago, and it's not quite smart enough to have all the issues that he was talking about. You know, the menus that come up when you boot up your TV, you boot the computer in your TV, and then just starts advertising shit to you.
Yeah.
I don't get that, and to be honest with you, I never even thought that was an issue because I've not looked at buying a TV.
Yeah,
in that amount of time.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go into like some TV tech stuff and whatnot, there's all kinds of technology going in to trying to make these hold and show modern LCD TVs and whatnot not have the judder, like for a panning scene and whatnot, right? And you go back to a plasma display, you don't really have that problem so much because of the way the persistence of view works with the way a plasma pixel is versus an LED. You know what I mean? It's a huge deal. Plasma is way more akin to CRT. And I'm very tempted to try to find myself like an old school 65-inch plasma screen because for racing and stuff, it would be better. And yet I know it's going to take like 700 watts to run it and heat my living room in winter, right? That's the part that sucks, right?
Yeah. Turn into a clothes dryer at the same time.
Yeah. In summer, you have to have 2 air conditioners in your windows, right? But first and last has a 3D plasma. Yeah, I wish I had kept my plasma, but the one I had was 48 inches, and I'm at 65 now, and I wouldn't want to go backwards.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near that big. Yeah, it's a bit like my penis. I think mine's like, I don't know what it is. I have no idea how big it is. It's fairly big, but it's not massive. It sits in the corner of the room nicely. I wouldn't want anything bigger, to be honest with you.
I got our 65-inch for $180 because you turn it on and the splash screen comes on and then it turns off. And then you turn it on and it works properly. And the guy said, yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with it, but it does still work. It's just pissing me off. And I was like, well, in my head, I thought, well, I know what's wrong with it, dumbass. They're called capacitors and they're cheap. I'll take it. So I fixed it and I love it.
Yeah.
Mine's 120 hertz. Plus it has mine works well with 50 hertz stuff, and it has a 24 frame per second mode as well and whatnot. And so the 50 hertz thing, I know that sounds weird for a North American, but a lot of people that cap auto racing are Europeans, and they cap at 50 frames per second, right? So I have to have a television that can do it natively. Otherwise, my life is hell.
See, that's one of the things that kind of like pisses me off about the frame rates, because film is 24 frames a second.
Yeah.
Standard UK TV goes out 25 frames a second, and that's when you get that. You talk about the panning shots, and you get that jitter because they're adding an extra frame in, but not in a clever way, not in an interlaced way. It's just like doubling of a frame, so you get that pan.
Yeah. And when you start playing with frames too much, you get, I'm watching All My Children. It's soap opera time, right?
Yeah. I mean, what a lot of people do will just like take the 24 frame a second movie and then just shift it to 25.
Yeah.
So it just runs a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And it's barely noticeable. But
I don't mind that when you play with the speed for 24, 25, fine. But when they start doing that pull down shit, it never works. It never works. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, it does work when you do it right. This is the problem. A lot of people just don't do it right. And what's interesting is usually the broadcasters. It's like, of all the people who should know how to do it right, it's you guys.
Yeah, okay, I agree there, because it gets to become some sort of stupid at times. I've watched a few videos trying to explain how this works, how some TVs, Adrian's Digital Basement, I think it was, recently put out a really good video explaining some of this, but it might have been somebody else. Foggy brain. I've been really hyper-focused on stability in life. So, and some TVs do in frame interpolation to get rid of the judder and stuff in one way. Some do it another, and some ways work better with like a 3-2-2 pull down versus a 3-2 or whatever they are. I'm not really sure what all the numbers truly are, and it got to the point where I was like, if I was buying a TV right now, I would be fucking crying in the corner of a rubber room looking for a lollipop, trying to figure it out,
Yeah, no, it's funny because we used to deal with this sort of thing a lot, as you can imagine, in film and TV and visual effects. I haven't had to deal with it at all. We just work at 24 frames a second.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, the project I'm working on, I can't tell you about, is 24 frames a second. Is it going to the cinema where they project at 24 frames a second?
Yep.
No, it's going to be on a streaming service. Then why the fuck are you doing it 24 frames a second? Why not just do it at the frame rate that you will send it out on?
Okay, they get the goat, because that makes no sense to anyone. If it's not going to the theater, why is it in 24?
Yeah, I mean, because 24 is the cinematic look, blah blah blah, blah
but
blah,
not
blah,
when
blah.
you. It's just...
But you've been shooting it at 24 frames a second.
Are they going to send everybody a 24 frame, 24 hertz television? Right? I mean,
it'd be great. It'd be great if there was a setting. And we talk about it on your old TV.
Yeah.
Setting for 24 frames a second. A lot of TVs don't do that.
No, I know when I've been looking, because, mine's not a new TV, and I would like to get something, better coming up. And I know that I get a lot more for mine than I paid because I fixed it, right? But try to find something with 24 in its actual native thing that's not $4,000.
Yeah, not in a new TV.
Yeah. Well, there are a couple new ones, Dunk, that'll do 24, but they're at the highest range of televisions.
Yes, but the streaming service is already
ruined it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then that's why the 24 TVs are hard to find now, because do Blu-rays still have 24 for UHD and stuff? Because only people buying physical media are going to be the ones that really want 24, right?
I have no idea.
I know. I see this. He works in the industry, and I call myself an audio-visual enthusiast, and we don't even know what we're talking about.
Nobody knows. and then you get like gets like who is it, the Lord of the Rings guy?
Fucking Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, "Oh, I want to shoot at 60 frames a second."
Yeah.
Right. you're gonna throw that one into the mix now.
Yeah.
And then nobody will be able to watch your movie anyway.
But he does have a point. At this point in history, why doesn't Hollywood just fucking end it and just start shooting in 60? Why not?
It's too sharp. It's too good.
Well, the model makers, the background people, like I get what you're saying, because when all of that stuff, it's not good enough anymore. Like you see the paint jobs in the Fast and Furious at 60 FPS, and you'd be like, that sucks. I know, I can see the orange peel.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, why don't you just do everything at 24? But that then goes back to TV, because the reason why it was at 25 frames per second in the UK was because of the 50 hertz power.
Yeah. Same with us at 60, right?
Yes,
you know,
60. So you had like 30 frames a second, or 20, and then you end up with this magic number that I'm not even too sure where that comes from. Is the 23.976 frames a second?
Yeah. Well, that's because of NTSC broadcasting, because they shoehorn color into black and white. So we couldn't have 30 FPS. We had to have 29.976 or whatever, right? And that's some stupidness, you know. 0.976, you know.
Somebody make a decision, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like the world is full of Monica Lewinskis. They're not there to make a decision, you know.
Yeah, but then somebody will make a decision. Then then you have a Christopher Nolan. I want to shoot at 12 frames a second, then speed it up to 36 frames a second, and shoot it at a 3:4 0.976 ratio, which doesn't fit on anybody's screen anymore. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Christopher Nolan's that kind of guy that would be like, I'm going to shoot a movie, but it's only going to be broadcast on oscilloscope screens.
Yes, and I'm going to record all the audio underwater.
Yeah, on Teffy phone, you know.
So the only people that can hear it are dolphins.
Yeah, and Atlanteans, right? You know. What's his name from Game of Thrones is like, quit calling me, you know.
Don't say that. It's just so funny because no matter what you do, there'll be some prick who will just.
Hey, nothing that I said had anything to do with what you said in the beginning of the show, which is not what we're talking about now.
No, and it's not anyway. So there you go.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with trailers on the internet or anything. That's not what we're talking about.
No, it's not even that. It's just yeah.
Tiny bubbles.
Where's Will Smith with the flashy thing?
Yeah. No, I took him out. I don't even have a button for that fucking git anymore.
Oh, poor Willie.
I don't want him on our shows anymore.
You pay that guy.
You know,
you didn't even pay him.
I like his wife though.
Hollywood.
Actually, no, I kind of think she's a bit of a git too, to be honest.
I don't know.
I think Ego, it must be her middle name.
Eagle.
Ego testicle.
It's Ego.
Yeah. She, truth be told, in the Smith family, she's the one that fertilizes the eggs.
Yeah. And Will just sits on them like a pet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Will's an old school nest sitter from way back, man.
Wow. That's not even racist.
Well, it had to start somewhere.
Yeah, we try. We try to squeeze in a little bit of racism every now and then, and that didn't work. Yeah.
I was so over his ego even before he slapped what's his name,
I like him in movies. He's all right.
When Will Smith came out with a movie called I Am Legend, yes, I know it was a book, but even still, the fact that he took the role was just one step too much for me.
Yeah. I did a great post of that film. I just renamed it I Am Legless. And it's Will Smith collapsed on the ground all drunk. I'm not going to dig it out. Can't you bother?
Oh, it's funny. But to think that you are so all that in the middle of an awards show, you could go up and slap somebody just because they were doing their job by being the host and picking on people that are there to win awards. I mean, it's been done that way for 40 years, Will.
Yeah, can you imagine if everybody did that? Every time you're making a joke, Ricky Gervais is up on the stand and there's just like a queue of people waiting to slap him.
Yeah, it's like the airplane movie. And they're all in a line.
Take my fucking wife's name out of your mouth. I'm just doing my job, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Sorry, Will. But back to Philly with you, pal.
Yeah. Yeah, his mum didn't come in and sort him out.
Yeah.
Send it to your uncle.
Well, if you go back to the intro of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air TV show, Will is now the guy who puts Will on his shoulders and spins him around. Like, I'm sorry, Will, but you're the bully. That's what going to Bel-Air did to you. It turned you into a little rich boy bitch bully.
There was a great attempt to remake Fresh Prince of Bel-Air into a serious drama.
Yeah. I couldn't even watch. I couldn't.
I haven't seen it. I remember just seeing the beginning parts of it. Where he has the fight and all that kind of stuff. And he gets sent to Bel-Air. But that was kind of cool. And Will Smith was behind it, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it. I think they were hoping it might be a new spin on the franchise.
Well, I think they were going for that thing where, the Archie comics did like a serious show out of the characters and stuff, Right, I never watched that either because I don't understand the idea of turning Archie and the crew into like Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine in real life or whatever. That's weird, right?
Married with children and turn into a serious drama.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's what they were going for.
Hollywood just got on the line and said, "Oh, we haven't thought of that one yet." Oh,
yeah. But I can understand Will Smith being behind it because anything that would put money in that guy's pocket, he's going to be behind, right?
Can you blame him?
Probably not, but at his point, he's got so much wealth. You don't need to do schlup pictures for money and stuff. Why don't you try to be an actual artist again? I have no respect for the wealth grab when, he came from a musical background where he was actually supposedly giving a rat's ass about the art he produced. And once he got like, the Wild Wild West and the MIB paycheck, he was, just punching aliens for a living there.
Some of these actors do a lot of great work for charity.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of charity going on from somebody who'll get up on stage and slap somebody and just because you hurt my feelings.
I saw a thing about was it Johnny? There was some movie and Johnny Depp and a bunch of other A-list actors just like donated their fee to some charity. Yeah, there's probably a lot more. It's probably a tax thing anyway.
I'm sure. Accountant says, okay, we got 3 million coming this year. Find me a shelter. Oh, we got a donation thing. Good. I'll take it. I don't understand the mental.
4 million.
yeah, exactly. Right. But the idea that somebody to avoid paying taxes will then donate to charity instead of paying taxes. Motherfucker, just pay your taxes. What the fuck is wrong with you? We don't need the charities if you would just pay your fucking taxes.
Well, there's the thing, though. If you pay your taxes now, it's just going to go into Trump's ballroom.
Exactly.
I'd much rather give the money away to an own charity than have it pay for his fucking ballroom and his Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah.
People haven't mentioned that yet.
Yeah.
That's not on the cards. He's building that.
He's actually already admitted that the donors are now the American people. In other words, everybody who pledged to give him money through the ballroom was like, oh, I didn't realize you were serious. I just said that to be cool on camera, Oh,
yeah. Yeah, but they're going to use that money to pay for the dishes, remember?
Yeah. The fact that you've got an American president who's more concerned about a ballroom than he is, taking away health care from millions of people and stuff and whatnot is the most disgusting, ugly worldview of America that has ever been in my lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
There was a great thing on Stephen Colbert the other day where he was talking to Obama.
I haven't watched that yet, so not too many spoilers because I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, but just the differences in personality.
Oh my God, the charisma, the character of the man,
Yeah, it's like chalk and cheese.
Oh God, chalk and mud.
He was so humble. I know Obama has done some shady stuff in his presidency as well, and people aren't happy about. But in comparison, just in simple comparison of personality, it's like you can't imagine, even because obviously Obama's doing it as an ex-president. He's still got the title, but he's an ex-president, so he can be a bit more
ex-leper.
Is an ex-leper. My whole life story for Tinari. Yeah, but I can't even imagine Trump being out of office. Because you see this a lot with politicians. When they're no longer in office, they warm to the people a little bit.
Well, in this day and age, when a politician's no longer in office, they usually die within 12 months because they're ancient,
Well, yeah. Okay, but in general, there's a lot of politicians I've seen that were kind of like really hated on the public stage, but as soon as they leave,
they start getting this more.
They're just more normal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can't even imagine Trump being like that. He's interviewing like if it was possible, like 10 years after that he was president, and you could interview him, and it'd just be a jovial, lovable guy. No, he'll still be going on about, I was the best president ever. People still love me, and buy auto pen and blah blah blah. He'll still be going on about that shit.
Yeah, totally.
He's a demented madman.
Yeah. It'll be even worse than you're thinking for sure. But by the time Trump is out of office, he will finally have an ounce of reality in him that he is nowhere near as loved as his inner circle still leads him to believe by feeding him bullshit just so he will keep being Donald Trump that got elected, bravado and all that bullshit. Right?
I mean, he won't be protected by them, so he'll be watching the History Channel, and it's instead of documentaries about how awful Adolf Hitler is.
Where are the bears?
It's all about me.
Yeah.
It's like, the Trump, the dark years, the Epstein years, the shit years, the bastard, the newest president.
And by the tweets and the truths and truth socials that he puts out and stuff, that he's actually, outside of his circle of, oh, you're amazing, Mr. President, everybody loves you. He is seeing that the news sources and stuff are saying, oh, his ratings are plummeting, blah, blah. And he just turns it into more fake news. I actually somewhat believe that he actually believes it really is fake news, and he truly believes he's more popular than any left-wing lunatic news source is saying, because he's got his sycophants around him that are just going, no, sir, that's not true. Everyone loves you. And,
yeah,
it's like a whole shit ton of elves trying to sell Santa that he's cool, even though he had to give 30% of the earth coal in their stockings,
He probably wouldn't even do that. Oh, beautiful clean coal.
Yeah, exactly. I could burn that for heat. I'm not giving that to them.
He'll just give a little coaly.
Yeah. He'd sit there and fucking huff on it like it's a chunk of hash, Let me just take a look here.
Oh, bad news in the local elections. Reformer smashing.
What?
Reform like 35 candidates up, 35 seats up.
Yeah, but how many and stuff? Like, give us some,
35 to Reform, Labour 6, Liberal Democrat 5, Green Party 4.
And Reform are Farage, the fucking the cocksucker asshole?
Yeah.
Sorry to anybody who likes sucking cock. I don't mean to use that as a bad thing, right?
Cocks are great. Great.
I appreciate it very much.
Receiving.
Yeah. It's it's like when playing football, I like to be the ball.
For you, it's a spectator sport.
We got one of our own throwing in a big shout here. Let me just make sure I get this right. Yeah, because we got none other than Mexi Girl coming in with $6.66. And she says, for the bingo card, I learned more about Heather than I ever wanted. Well,
Hey, it's your namesake. You should know all about Heather.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't.
We'll get Dick to put the link into that website.
Well, I don't know why Heather is so prolific in the Scottish Highlands, but she seems to have an issue with trees.
She gets around a lot.
Yeah, round, round, get around, she get around. I didn't know that was a bagpipe song.
Any song's a bagpipe song.
Yeah, thanks, Heather. Thanks, Mexi Girl. That was a good one. I'm still confused. I see the pictures of the Heather, and I don't think it's what it's in my head. So I'm going to go back to a couple episodes of Top Gear, and I think there's a Grand Tour episode where they go to Scotland. I'm going to find out where they were, find out what's growing on that hill, and I don't think it's that.
It's Heather. It's Heather.
I don't think so.
I've been there.
But it looked more like peat moss, It looked like, I built a third castle and it fell in the swamp, Like it's just
some moss. There'll be some moss and stuff like that, but sheep's got to eat something.
Yeah. Well, if he didn't grow the heather, what would the goats eat? Okay, what time is it here? Okay, I'm about a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour away from a phone call that could be properly interesting. Yeah. There's this woman. Her name's Heather.
Around it.
Yeah. She needs some trimming done. But
She likes bees licking at her stamen.
And I need to go buzzing around.
I bet you couldn't find a stamen if you were bored.
I wouldn't know the female from the male. I'd just be like stumbling around like a
flower version of cocksucking.
yeah. You know, I'd be like a drunk at a cocaine party. Where's the bar? You know? Okay. Oh, for fuck's sakes, YouTube. Every time you'll
be a bee that lands on a flower and go, are you a girl or a boy?
Yeah.
Just checking.
I've got this weird problem going on with Mac Safari web browser. Every time I load YouTube, it signs me out. Right? So, because then I get to see an advertisement because we have a paid YouTube for my son. So then I click sign in and it signs me in under the Shills account, which isn't a paid account. So it shows me an ad again. Then I select, no, I want to use this account like I do every fucking time. And then it finally works. I can't believe that's coincidence.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to clear out your cache and cookies and whatnot.
Yeah, but I barely use the Safari browser. The only time I ever use that browser is to capture things where when I do this and show you something, right? That's the only time ever. What the hell is she doing? Yeah, I don't know. It's Ali the Piper Metallica Bagpipes live at the Irish Festival. It was sent in by Commander Prankster. I'm not sure that we can get away with playing that without a copyright thing. Right? I mean, number one, Lars Ulrich invented copyright claims, right? And I don't know who she. I'll tell you what. I'll do an upload of this after to see if we can get away with it, and then if we can show you, we'll show you the next time we're doing a pub chat. Yeah, but you know, I don't want to screw the whole thing over. If we get a claim, then you know, YouTube will just bury this video as fast as they can. Not that they don't anyway.
Subscribers will anyway.
Yeah. Okay, I do want to hear that though. Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retitle this "The Heather Show," but it's not the Heather you're expecting,
or is it?
Yeah. Maybe Heather Graham spreads herself over the hills of Scotland. I don't know.
Oh, look, there's a whole video all about Heather. Heather of the Highlands of Scotland.
Is that what I always thought it was "Come Hither, Child." It's Heather?
No, it's "Come Hither."
Okay, see, I wasn't sure. I was about to say, you know, for the only bits I know of Shakespeare just make no sense now.
It's not just Shakespeare, it's just old Englishy words.
Yeah.
Come hither, thy tiny twat.
Yeah, you guys may have invented the language, but you sure made it convoluted at first, you know.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Can't even go to school without some stupid uniform. Fuck.
All the best swear words before the Americans got to it. Except we can't say them.
Yeah.
Chaucer is full of swear words, and it's like, yeah, you can't. that would burn the ears off of most U.S. citizens. You can't say that.
I figure in Wales you're always being told off, but they do it with a smile. You know.
No, they just sound like they're angry.
The longest town names and stuff and whatnot, you know. And you look at the words, and you're just like, my tongue can't do that. You know.
Yeah. it's all a ploy because somebody in Wales has to make those those town names.
Yeah.
So they just make them really, really long. Yeah,
It's a make work project, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just to keep busy. You know?
Yeah. They just make what they do is they make up town names using all the leftover tiles of a Scrabble game that no one has used. just stick them all together.
Yeah. You know, similar to Italian car design in the 70s in the interior. They just take the buttons and throw them at the dash, and wherever they land is good enough. Well, some of the things made no sense to anyone. I think it's the Lamborghini Miura has a button on the left for the headlights, a button on the right for the headlights, and a button down on the console that also controls the lights. Why aren't they together? Nobody knows. You know, maybe they just, some wires weren't long enough. Some were. I don't know. You know, it's funny as hell, though. My little Mercedes has some weird quirks like that. Like your standard North American car, if you need the defroster, you just put it on defrost, right, for the windows. But mine, you got to set it to one of the little dials that tells the air where to go, like the floor, the center, or up to the windshield. But then you got to close the vents, and then you got to turn the two heater dials to the defrost position. Like, it's German. Do they not need defrosters in Germany? Because I didn't think it was tropical. You know? Why is it so fucking hard? Makes no sense to anyone. It should just be simple. Whereas I had a couple of Porsche 944 turbos in my life, and they have this unbelievable feature that was the coolest thing I ever seen in my life. You hit the defroster button, and an electric element turns on under the dash that instantly heats the air to defrost your window while your car is warming up to actually produce heat for you. It instantly produced heat. It was fucking amazing. Every car should have that. Every car.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it was the best thing I ever seen in my life. I was like, wow, you know. I was expecting all German cars to have that, you know, because that was an 80s car, right? And then I got a 90s BMW after, and it didn't have it. I was like, motherfuckers, really? You know? and now with my little SLK, my God, it's like Germans are allergic to cup holders. What the fuck's the problem?
What? There's none?
There's this little thing that pops out of the top of the dash that has these two plastic cup holders that are over-engineered and fragile at best. And if anything spills out of your cup, it runs down all the electronics of your center console, which is just perfect.
Great.
Yeah, you know. The fuck? In other words, it was designed for idiot North Americans who want to drink coffee and drive because, Nipe, you do not do that in Germany, you know, or whatever the problem is. I don't know, you know.
I love the fact that my car in the front has got two cup holders. Just two.
Right.
Because there's two people sitting in the front. I just don't understand when you have like a car and it's got like 6 or 8 options for cup holders.
Yeah.
It's like, how many cups do you fucking need?
Well, I saw a review recently of a car dunk, and not only were they concerned about cup holders, but the little sockets in the bottom of the door where you can put stuff.
Yeah.
Also had to be designed for a water bottle.
Yes. I got one of those.
And I was like, you millennial fuck, who brings a water bottle in the car? And it turns out, I guess lots of people do, but I never thought of that as an issue, right? You know?
Yeah, we've also got the which used to be like the storage box, like the underneath the armrest in the center, because being a big 4x4, it's got this big box, and
you can put an encyclopedia set in that thing, right?
Yeah, but this is a refrigerator one.
Oh, so, cool!
So you can put the water bottle, your beer cans, dare I say, or your Coca-Cola bottles or whatever inside there, and it'll cool them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh shit!
I do kind of miss just having a big bin you just put shit in.
Yeah. My car has a heated windscreen washer bottle so that the fluid to wash your windows is always warm. It's a 2-seater sports car with a convertible top. You don't drive it in winter, especially in the Rocky Mountains. You know, it's the most useless feature. Like, can you imagine putting winterized features on a Mazda Miata? You know, that's just ridiculous. Let me get a can of beer. Hold on.
Surely it's only going to be warm once you started the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it eating all the time, does it?
Yeah. Imagine you go out to your car. Oh shit, the battery's dead, but at least the fluid's warm.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm not liking these local election results. Oh god.
Is it getting worse?
Yeah.
Oh no.
47.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck's sake, people.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, it turns out once I get moved, we're going to have to get Dunk moved.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they might as well just tear down all those St. George's flags they put on the lamppost and just put fucking Nazi flags up there.
Nigel Farage, tear down that wall. That's my best ragging. That's all I got. Oh man. Oh no. We can't have the UK going all righty tighty, you know?
No.
The last thing I want to see is fucking Marco Rubio showing up at an election party in the UK to DJ Insane in the Membrane, you know?
Oh yeah, we might just have the whole Trump cabinet just like move over. Hey, we got jobs here.
Exactly. Yeah. Does everybody here like YMCA?
Yeah. On bagpipes.
Hey, Super Chat Matt comes in with a good Super Chat. And he says, Slava America. And to be honest, it's probably not too far off there. You know?
Yeah.
You know, we need...
I was so I've been keeping away from it because I'm just for self-preservation reasons. I don't know why I'm fucking watching the local elections. Yeah, it's not helping. But the other day, I was just catching up and stuff, and it's like just so fucking depressed. Just how ridiculous things are just be. I can't even list things, but the whole idea of just like civil war. It sounds like
yeah, exactly. It's like, wait a minute, what have I got in the shed? Can I, can I play in this? Yeah,
it's just sickening.
Yeah, it's and the idea that anybody in Europe, UK included, because could watch what's happening in America and still fall for this right-wing bullshit as if it's somehow for you, the average person. I mean, I'm paranoid at this point because in America, Trump was reelected, and I was shocked the night it happened. Here we go in the UK. We've got some right stuff winning. Orban was kicked out in the far outside of the Iron Curtain like countries. And we're going to have some elections coming up here in Canada, and we still have these supreme assholes driving around with mandate freedom and right-wingy groups popping up all over the place. And it's freaking me out because their message, short and sweet to the point, if it wasn't for them, you would be doing better, is still working. And it's not true.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, this is the main message of these assholes. If it wasn't for them, your life would be better. But if it wasn't for them, nobody would serve you a burger or a coffee and blah, 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 blah. It's mind-numbing.
That's a direct quote from Mein Kampf, I think.
I wouldn't doubt it, you know. But this is truly what's going on. And every single one of these people that's doing this far righty thing is only exposing themselves as somebody who hates based on color, race, and religion, LGBTQ preferences and lifestyles and whatnot. You're just exposing yourself as these, in America and in Canada and whatnot, you're hard right Christian nationals who just hate everyone who isn't themselves. Basically, you want to turn the nation into a fucking homeowners association, right? And this is what's happening, man.
Well, when I'll say it before. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, because the problem here is, you know, obviously they're pissed off with all these immigrants are coming over to the UK. A lot of them are asylum seekers. That doesn't make them illegal immigrants. That's asylum seekers. It's a different thing altogether.
Yep.
The problem is, the reason why they're doing that is because the country they're living in at this moment in time is so shit, and and no one is doing anything to help that.
Yeah.
To prevent it. It's like, you know, Trump gets around and start it. So we're going to start seeing immigrants coming over, maybe. Who can to get away from that shit.
I mean,
and you know, but we're doing that. They're making the situation bad for these people, so they want to come to the UK or wherever to escape from it. And no one is trying to help.
You're glitching out a bit here, Dunk, but I think we did hear you.
Yeah,
but and I don't want to live in a country where I have to be ashamed and embarrassed about the fact that my country won't help these fucking people. No fucking way, man. You know? I don't give a shit if my taxes go up 2% so that we can collectively as a society help others. That is proper life, and it should be an instant automatic, yes, I will do that. When you motherfuckers go to McDonald's and stuff and they go, oh, it's McHappy Day, you buy the cookie because you want to feel good about yourself and so on, or whatever the deal may be. Why do you balk at this, you fucking savage fucks?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to thank things like Doge, you know, Department of Government Efficiency, to get rid of USA aid.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was helping people in impoverished lands. Mm-hmm. You take that away, well, they're even more impoverished. What are they going to do? Move.
Yeah. Where do you think they go? A place where they can have the dream.
Yeah.
Right? But and then the whole thing with USAID, AID, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that, right? I think USAID becomes a little too close to AIDS, so they always said USAID. Like, you know, I'm not sure how that works. But the political clout in the world of being the ones who show up with aid now being gone because we can't be bothered with you, and having other countries like China and stuff come in and do it. The last thing you want is all of these borderline countries to start aligning with your enemies. It's the stupidest political thing. And if you look at the budget of America, USAID, AID, whatever it is, was fuck all.
Yeah.
Fuck all.
But there's the other side of things is where, you talk about Russia, and Russia were coordinating immigrants to Europe.
Yeah.
Because they knew there was a drain on the system. It would also turn, government kind of,
you get people to start the conversation and whatnot and everything, right? You know, it's a huge deal. It's unbelievable. The short-sightedness of the Trump regime is palpable. You know,
and it's spreading.
Oh God. And you can see how the rich are loving it. That's the really fucked up part. Have you also noticed here? Have you also noticed a lot of this promised investment when Trump first come to office, and he's got Tim Apple and all these fucking people there going, oh, blah, blah, and whatnot. Nothing's happened. 50% of the proposed data centers that are supposed to be built in the next little while are privately being quietly canceled and so on. These manufacturing plants that were supposed to be built and what, nobody's broke ground. Well, I think, what is it, Foxconn or whoever did, and everybody was like, oh, iPhones are going to be built in America. No, it's just a few of the lower end chips. It's not even the CPUs and stuff, not even close, right?
Well, that's okay, because Trump's got his phone.
Yeah, I don't even think anybody who bought a Trump phone has even got one yet.
Yeah. Well, that was going to say the United States. It was not going to be built in China at all, ever, at all.
Yeah.
And it was going to be safe and secure, and
it's probably got Yowie networking chips and whatnot in it, right? You know. Yeah.
Did you see the what's his name? Savage. What's his name? Savage. Used to be on Mythbusters. Adam Savage.
Okay.
And he had a couple of security guys come on his channel the other day, and they were talking about just like a keyboard that you plug into your computer, but the keyboard has already got like a Wi-Fi thing built into it that's sending all your keystrokes out, or even just as simple as a phone charger. It doesn't have to be plugged into the phone. Just plugged into the your USB, kind of like your box there. And it's got Wi-Fi built in, and it's transmitting shit out.
they missed a trick then, because it's far worse than that. It's already been proven, and AI can do this. I've seen some research papers on this in linked through some Reddit stuff as well as Ars Technica. But you can, with audio analysis, listen to somebody typing on their keyboard, and then you can use this mathematical principle that they apply to sound to see if there's language in there. And if you apply this principle to like people speaking Japanese, English, Spanish, whatever, you can instantly identify that there's language. But because you know your target, if you're doing the listening thing, is speaking English or whatever, blah, blah, or at least more likely, the sounds of the keys can actually be used to figure out exactly what you're typing. Wow. And Right. And companies like LG and Samsung have already been caught using their smart TVs to listen to their fucking customers when they weren't supposed to. Think about it. Think about how deep that goes. Johnny C, I don't know if you're having buffering problems there, Johnny. Refresh your webpage, because over here, I've only got one dropped frame for the whole show. It's not from my side. It's a YouTube thing.
And it was the best frame.
Oh, it was the best frame, right? It was the one where I got the medal and Dunk got the award, but you missed it, right? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's like in 2001. Space Odyssey, how is like, you know, watching the guys sitting in the pod talking, and he goes, "Yeah, I saw your lips moving. I can lip read."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you know, that was like 1967.
Yeah,
when the film came out.
7.
Yeah. So it already, it's like AI is like trying to, you know, figure out, you know, what you're up to behind their back, and you know, it's just everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, Commander Prankster in the chat just brought up what I was going to say. But you know how cheap and easy it is right now to build a laser tool that you can just point at your neighbor's window and sit there and listen to them talk? It's unbelievable.
You can buy them off the shelf.
Oh yeah. It's unbelievable. I saw a research paper recently, and they were able to use fluctuations in the Wi-Fi signal to map people moving in their own home. Unbelievable. And they were hacking the router to do it. Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
do you remember what's the bloody movie? Blue Thunder. You know, where the helicopter comes in and it's got all, you know, all the equipment, and it's got thermo mapping. And, no, don't need that. You can just do that offsite and record keyboards, and you know, you can remotely notice the fluctuations in the TV screen. And turn that into audio.
Why build this huge helicopter? I just got a nerd with a laptop, right? You know. But the technology is unbelievable, right? I can only imagine what it's.
We just all let it happen, though.
Eh?
We just all let it happen.
Well, here's the thing:
like snuck in underneath our noses.
I actually blame big money for this, because way back in the day, there would have been more care and concern about interference and stuff and whatnot, and you know, people would take more time to develop a product. Look at RCA and the video CD, video disc record they tried to bring out, right? But thing is in this day and age, you don't get enough time to truly develop your product. Your software, nobody gives a shit to truly bug it out and make sure it's secure. They just want to be able to sell the new feature in marketing. And I think we've trapped ourselves in this situation by continuously and constantly rushing the new tech to market without having anybody in government who's even remotely familiar with what's going on to go, well, wait a minute now, right? Because, I mean, what the fuck does Joe Biden know about cracking routers, right? You know? No offense, but you know what I mean? It was ridiculous, you know? This is one of the reasons that we've got to get some of these grandpas out of politics, because they have no clue. So what do? They turn to the lobby groups that spend money to teach them what's going on. And they get lied to, and then they walk in and go, well, we don't want people getting raped because some local guy fixed their computer. I guess right to repair is bad. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Well, you say old guys. I think that even young guys aren't tech savvy enough on this.
Yeah. You know, you need some people in government who are proper nerds and geeks. Like you need, but ones that haven't been tainted by riches like Bill Gates and stuff, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly the problem, is that they're not figuring out a way to make money out of it. So. Yeah.
But I think on this line of conversation, Doug, one thing that we have to get the world to admit is human code will always have holes and flaws, and there will always be instance of incursion and malicious intent. And as such, is maybe having the world's finance and stuff just blasting around the internet truly the best idea? I mean, I know it's convenient, but maybe we could do better.
Just put it back onto paper again, please.
Right. I mean, if Amazon has to give me a refund, it takes 7 business days. So I already live in the days of paper, right? Why?
You had that company recently, I can't remember which one it was, who switched on their Claude AI, and it deleted not only
their
database, but the backups.
Yeah.
It was a car rental company.
Yeah. And the AI was like, well, if I get rid of all this, I can't be caught lying, right? Like that's what it sounded like to me,
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine that on the banking system?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Terminator 2 kind of, switching on what do you got, Skynet.
Yeah.
But Skynet doesn't necessarily have to be like missiles.
No.
And bombasol. It could just be something, it's in control of your bank and just goes, fuck it. I'm just going to zero everything out.
I think that would be a little bit more effective because, you don't have all the wasted time and destruction. You could just break people in the digital world now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And all the people will come out with knives and pitchforks.
Yeah, rubber.
You don't need missiles.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to hack in to the systems in America that do stamps, employment insurance, whatever you call it, credits for this and that and so on and whatnot, government paychecks, and just stop it all. Oh, I'm sure the White House would be lit up around the fences, I
mean, you could have some malicious AI who just starts spamming your social medias with porn that it says you've been watching. Now, it doesn't matter whether you've been watching it or not.
Yeah.
The damage has already been done.
Yeah. Marco Rubio, why are you watching AI fakes of Melania? Well, obvious answer is he's the disgusting fuck who likes hat racks, but,
it's all very, very concerning.
Yeah. It's funny, too, how Trump plays the little hand thing with Melania as if he's still trying to, be close to her. Meanwhile, she's a human ice cube that would only shrivel that tiny little thing he calls a fucking piss pump, I
saw a great post on, I think it was on Facebook, where he basically saying that, all the religious fundamentalists are around Trump, saying he is the greatest president ever. Meanwhile, he's had an affair with every single one of his wives.
Yeah. The only thing that he's been faithful of is being unfaithful, right? And that's a good Christian man. You can fuck anything that moves and still go home to your wife who cooks you supper.
Yeah. Need to rewrite the New Testament.
Yeah.
Jesus just goes around, fuck your fishes and loaves and all that. I'm just going to fuck everything in sight.
Right? I don't think that's why Jesus broke into the tabernacle to give people shit, because they weren't charging for enough sex, right? Well. Oh, shit. We're over the 2-hour mark. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yep. We sound like two old men on the porch chewing on a piece of fucking grass. Yep.
Yeah, I'm in a rocking chair.
Exactly. It's a nice sunset. You see that? Yep. Did you know
Nice.
Myrtle got her car fixed? Yep.
I'm like Grandma Clampett. Rocking chair.
How's the election situation looking now?
Fucking awful.
Seriously? It's that bad?
Yeah, reform are just winning everywhere.
Jeez. And that's
Hey.
Nigel?
Yeah, that's Nigel Farage. It's up 80. The Green are up 4. Everybody else is just down.
Oh my God.
It's not good. I mean, I suppose in many ways it gives reform some time to show how incompetent they are in local government.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But I don't think people will give a shit.
Yeah.
I think this implies that if there's a general election and Keir Starmer, please don't call a general election now. Yeah, they might get it. And then we're in a Trump situation here in the UK.
Oh my God. If the UK after Brexit does a Trump thing, I swear to God, it's like just sink the island and start over, right? Call it Atlantis,
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the US the other day. Is just like, can we just like reset to factory settings again?
Yeah, exactly. Go back, we'll send some more Brits over, try again,
Let's go back before the Pilgrims landed.
Yeah. Maybe this time instead of turkey, if we try chicken, maybe we'll.
Well, less of the syphilis would be a good start.
Yeah.
Don't bring that over next time.
Yeah. And if we could all get a little bit less rapey and murdery over the people that are already here, that would probably be good, right? Yeah. Here we got Jose.
We'll teach the indigenous Americans about immigrants.
Yeah.
They should build walls and borders.
Yes. Well, I think I'm indigenous now, so this is going to be weird, All right. We got another shout out to do here before we hit happy trails and run off. We got a Jose who's still sitting and recovering in the chat, and he says here for a $5 super chat, no less. Like, share, and subscribe. And he says, I'm still taking it easy, but, fractured bones throughout my body, sitting there, trying to keep it cool. Hearts for Jose. Here.
You didn't have to send that out as a super chat, you moron.
This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We need some direct donations so we can send Jose some money to, get drunk or something or do something that just alleviates the issues. So it's a little late now because we're about to end the stream. So tomorrow we'll be doing a fundraise thing with Jose to try to send him some cash, at least make him feel better, right?
We can send him to the muffler, your muffler guy.
Yeah, he's got good treats. But now I can't tell what town I'm in for sure. Yeah, we'll do a little thing and we'll see if we can't make Jose feel just a little better tomorrow. So check
we'll send in the nurse who likes to.
Yeah. Yeah, we need the Ferris Bueller nurse, okay? So check the links in the description because the ways to donate to us are in there. And everything from 6 p.m. Pacific till tomorrow after the show, we'll send over to Jose. Yeah. Super Chat Matt says, what's the day you're going to be moving out? Ask me that tomorrow and I'll be less angry about the question. It's not a personal thing, Matt, but you got to understand my whole thing fell apart. It's not good. Yeah. I'll hopefully know by the end of the night. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I am expecting a phone call in about 1 hour on the one place I seen, right? On the one place I seen. Hey, hold on a minute here. We can't go yet. I just got a notification on my phone, but I haven't seen it come up in the other things yet because, well, you know, my whole world is really crazy. Hey, we got Stephen Walsh coming in with a direct PayPal donation there. It's a good one, too. And he says, happy post-hump day, everybody. Get ready for the pathogens. Ride the squid. Too weird to die. Too strange to live. I love it. I love it. The thing with the pathogens, he's got to be talking about the cruise ship, right, Dunk? You know, that whole thing where it's literally like The Walking Dead and it starts on a boat.
Yeah.
You know? Huge shout out, Steve. Thanks, buddy. Stephen Walsh has got to be one of the biggest historic.
What did you send that to? Because it's not come up in the chat.
It's a direct PayPal thing. And
okay.
And here's the thing. Chris Lundy in the chat and I were talking, and he's going to be able to build a thing on our server so that instead of, you see below me there, Ko-fi supporter. Well, that's the only one I can get up there. And then you got the super chats over here, right? The one below me is going to be able to show the direct PayPal donations coming up. The thing is sometimes PayPal will show a person's real name and they don't want that shown. They want their YouTube name shown. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that work, right? But big shout out to Stephen Walsh, man. Awesome. Awesome indeed. Big shout. Big shout. Oh, wow. That was a beer burp nobody wanted to be a part of. So, is there anything else I'm supposed to do? It looks like there's another email or something here. Yeah, no, okay. Never mind. Sorry. I'm just being stupid. Happens a lot.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. All you got to do now is say goodnight.
Yeah. So it's good night for me.
And it's good night from him. And you got another one.
Oh, it's Jose again. Dear Lord.
Jesus Christ.
How's the guy in the hospital get left sending the super chats here, right? He says, thanks to the Shills team, we rock. We'll rock more when I get that one sent to you. Trust me. You're going to like that one. Steve is a big shooter indeed. So, let's see here. It's good night from me. It's goodbye. Keep your stick. Oh, no, wait a minute. We've got like a team to thank and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's on the team? Do you know? I do. Yeah. We got.
It's not been listed, but yeah, you got Heather, who's out on the hills and valleys in Scotland.
I swear it's Pete Moss, but I'm not calling her that.
Spreading herself across. Pete Moss is there, is helping her out. We've got PJ Scene there. Got Liam Wakefield.
Yeah.
We've got Shayna. Is she here? We got who else we got?
PJ Newsnet.
To him. You got David Worley and Super Chat Matt, I guess. Chris
Rust Programmer Lundy.
Chris Lundy, yeah. And obviously Jose.
Yeah, of course.
He's moderating with broken bones.
Yeah. He's literally in traction, motherfuckers. Who's typing for him? It's the nurse that likes to fuck.
It's all penis slaps on a keyboard.
As long as you're not slapping it on the toilet seat, because that's not what you should be doing. Unless it's a toilet seat that JFK or RFK Jr. is going to be snorting from after. Then slap your shit all over it, right? Yeah, it's,
JFK did a lot of penis slapping.
There's too many Kennedys and it pisses me off, right? There's that fat righty bastard. There was cool guy that goes to the moon. There's, stick me with fucking shit-filled needles, idiot that raises crows. I can't keep up.
There are too many Kennedys. That's why they keep trying to shoot them. So, It's like when you got like too many, deer in your deer park. You got to have a culling of the Kennedys.
Yeah. So what Dunk is really trying to say, if there's too many Kennedys in your neighborhood, make sure you are weaponized.
It's Kennedy season.
And I'm hunting for juniors. Good night, everybody. See you soon. And a big thanks to Jose. Get well soon, buddy. Seriously. Super Chat, Matt. And of course, a huge shout to all the team and Stephen Walsh as well. Thanks for joining us, fellow babies.
Stephen Walsh.
Yes. Yeah. And as a wise man once said, keep your stick on the ice.
Keep your dick in a vase.